Hello and welcome to another episode of Live with Chef Heff. Today we're going to be making a meatloaf with these ingredients. Onions, mushrooms, garlic, cheese, eggs, combination of meats, pork, veal, and ground beef, some onion soup mix, some cream mushroom soup, and some breadcrumbs. So the first thing we're going to do is start cutting up some of the vegetables to get ready for the mix. So in the mixture is some sliced mushrooms, small piece of onion, about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, and now I'm going to put in some other stuff. So you're going to put in some onion soup mix, there, breadcrumbs, put in a generous amount, got to make sure it sticks together. I don't always do this, but put in a little bit of grated Parmesan cheese for flavor, and some eggs. One like that, two right now. And then once this all is in, you're just going to mix it up. Once it's mixed, you're going to also put in a little bit of cream mushroom soup mix. Put a little bit in it, and then halfway through the cooking, you're going to put it on top also. So the mixture is all put together. It's put into the pan. And now what I'm going to do is just put it in a preheated oven at 425 for about an hour. Halfway through, I'm going to put more of the cream mushroom soup on top. Give it a good taste when it comes out. And that's basically all. With the meatloaf, I'm going to make a little side dish. It's going to be roasted red peppers with a little bit of onion soup mix and olive oil. I'm going to mix that into a bowl, then put it into the oven for about the same amount of time as the meatloaf. Should be good. So when you cut potatoes, you got to make sure you cut them basically evenly so they all cook the same way. So you don't have any problems with some being overcooked, some being mush, some being undercooked. So that's what you do. Just going to pour a little bit of olive oil in here, extra virgin. And then some onion soup mix. Then I'm going to mix this up, put it into a pan, and then put it into the oven for about an hour. So now I'm going to put these potatoes in with the meatloaf. Same temperature, about 425. And so they'll probably cook for about 45 minutes to an hour. Put them in right side by side. And then we'll just wait for it to cook. So it's halfway through cooking. So now what I'm going to do is take it out and put the rest of the cream mushroom soup on. It's very hard to do with one hand. It's looking pretty good. I'm just going to put a little bit of cream mushroom soup on the top to have a nice little topping. Now that that's on, I'm going to put this back in for another half hour. Make sure it's fully cooked. Set the timer, 30 minutes. And we should be good to go. So it's been an hour. Now look at it, it looks pretty good. Potatoes definitely look good. Take them both out. Potatoes first because it's lighter. Those look pretty good. Take this out. I'm going to let that sit for a little while, maybe 10-15 minutes before we start to try and cut into it. But they both look pretty good. Remember to turn your oven off. And wait a couple minutes till this cools down and cut into it. Okay, so after letting it sit for a little while, took it out. Now we cut it up. Looks pretty good. Still very hot. And there you have it. Nice meatloaf with some roasted potatoes and Lipton onion soup. I kept its consistency, which is good. It's not falling apart. And yeah, so this is a meatloaf that from Live with Chef Heff. Hope you have a lovely evening. And I'll be back to make another meal soon. Have a good night.